Life of Hell Incorporated. I want to talk about people being prejudiced against people with problems. I never could understand why people were prejudiced against people who have problems. I never could understand why people didn't want to mess with people who have problems. I mean, if a person has a problem, if a person is in a bad position, I'm pretty sure they didn't ask to be in that position. And I'm pretty sure they didn't want to be in the situation that they in, But one thing I do notice in people is that people don't like people with problems. If people know that you have issues, they will avoid you at all costs. I've experienced it myself. And I just don't understand why people are so prejudiced. Why do we live in a world where people are so self-centered and all they give a fuck about is themselves? I mean, I can't speak for nobody else, but I like being around people who fucked up. I mean, I like being around people with problems, people that's down and out, people that's on the verge of killing themselves. That's the type of energy that I like in my life. I like being around people that I can relate to. I don't like being around people that's happy in life. If you're a person that's happy, you're a person that feels good about yourself, fuck you. I don't want to be around people like you. I like being around people like, for instance, Baraka McCrae, R.I.P. Nick. Nick was a very fucked up individual. The dude had problems. I mean, he had autism. I talked to Nick for years, the dude had serious problems, I mean, I confide in other people who have problems because I feel like shit. If you got problems, you need to surround yourself with other people who have problems, because you need to be around people that you can relate to. But I notice most people, they don't want to be around, like, people who don't have a lot of issues in their life. They don't want to be around somebody that's fucked up. If they see that you got low self-esteem, you feel bad about yourself, you always down in the dumps, most people who don't have problems, they don't want to be around people who got a bunch of problems and issues. They don't want that type of energy around them. That's just the way people are. And I just feel it's messed up to be prejudiced. I mean, when will people learn to have a heart and to love and to care for one another? When will people learn to, have sympathy for other people? I mean, I think it's fucked up that people don't have no sympathy for people. They don't have any sympathy. They're not willing to feel sorry for nobody. They're just, I don't know, man. They just don't care. They just don't care to understand other people's problems. They don't care to, to feel sorry for a person, to sympathize with a person. They just don't give a damn. I mean, it's just, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it, but, I just don't understand it. I just don't see why people are so damn selfish. Why can't they have the ability to care about somebody else, or, to be sympathetic towards somebody else? Like, I just don't get it, but that's people for you. But I know that I like being around people that I can relate to, people that, feel what I feel. I like being around people who see eye to eye with me, people who on my level, so to speak. I don't like being around people that feel good inside, people that's happy with themselves, people who are happy, with their life. I like being around people that's miserable and fucked up. That's the type of energy that I like in my life. I don't want to be around nobody that's happy. I don't want to be around nobody that feel good about themselves. I just want to be around people that I can relate to. And that's why I enjoyed talking to Nick. It was like a breath of fresh air to talk to somebody like Nick, even though the dude was fucked up. Those are the type of people that I like to surround myself with. I don't like being around people that's that are just doing good in life. And when I say doing good, I'm not talking about succeeding financially. I'm talking about people who have a sense of peace about themselves. They feel good about themselves. I like being around people that feel despair. People who are in a massive black hole. People who are in a state of depression. I like being around people like that. People that's all fucked up emotionally. And that's why, I really miss talking to Nick. It's sad that he's dead and gone, but it is what it is, RIP to him. It's a lot of people that's fucked up out there in the world, and it's just good to be around people that you can relate to and people who are on your level, so to speak, because, I never realized how prejudiced people are against people with problems. If people know you got issues, they don't want to fuck with you. They don't want to be around that kind of energy. I noticed that with people. If people know that you got a problem, that you down and out, you feel bad about yourself, they don't want to deal with that. They really don't want to deal with that. But I feel, like I said, I feel people are just selfish. They're selfish and they don't have the ability to feel sorry for nobody. They don't have the ability to have compassion for somebody that's fucked up. And I feel if you don't have the ability to feel sorry for somebody, you are a fucked up person. I just never could understand, why people are like this. I just believe it's just this the world that we live in. It's just the way people are. It's just sad and it's very unfortunate, and there's nothing we can do about it. But I always believe in being honest. You know how I am. I believe in being honest and just saying what's on your mind. I don't care about making an ass out of myself. I don't care about making myself look bad. I don't give a damn, because I feel that I have nothing to lose anyway. I ain't got nothing to lose. I've had a lot of challenges in my life, and and I haven't lived the best quality of life. So, what do I have to lose? Not a damn thing, and that's why I say, I enjoy being around people with problems, people that's down and out, people that's fucked up, those are the type of people that I like in my life. And I pray that I meet more fucked up people, people that got problems, because I feel that's the type of energy that I need in my life. People that's down and out, because those are the type of people that I can relate to. And those are the type of people that I have a tendency to get along with. I notice I don't really click with people who, people who don't have a lot of problems and issues. people who are just prosperous in every area of their life. You know, they're prosperous financially. They're prosperous in their health. You know, they're prosperous in their love life. You know, people who are successful in every area of their life, I tend to not really click well with those type of people. I tend to click well with people who been bullied all their life, people who been treated like shit all their life. I tend to click well with people who are just in bad positions in life. And if you're in a bad position in life, feel free to reach out to me. You know, I like being around people who've been just treated bad their whole life, because that's the story of my life. You know, I've been through nothing but hell in my life, and I like people with problems. You know, I notice people that don't have problems, they don't want to be around people with problems. But, you know, I enjoy being around people with problems, people that's down and out, you know, people that feel bad about themselves, you know, people that, you know, want to kill themselves. You know, those are the type of people that I like to fuck with. So if you're a person that got problems, you know, feel free to reach out to me. You know, I just feel people need to stop being so judgmental of people with problems, you know, because you don't know why people are fucked up. You don't know why people feel what they feel, and you don't know what led a person to being in their position. You don't know their life. You don't know what they've been through, and you just don't know. So, you know, who are you to judge, you know, somebody when you've never lived their life, when you've never been fucked up like them? You know, I feel people need to stop being so insensitive. You know, but I just really wish I could, you know, I wish I could just understand, why do people hate people with problems? Because I have no issue with people that got problems. You know, I have no issue with those type of people. Like I said, I like being around people with problems. You know, and over the years, I've talked to quite a few people who have problems. But, you know, I'm going to go ahead and sign out.